If you hungry, we got you. But anyways, okay. I got a question for y'all. Do anyone have questions? No more statements.
No, sir.
No more statements. We need questions. Okay, cool. No questions. Ginger, you good? No questions?
I'm always good.
What's your relationship status? That's my
Always.
question.
Okay, we get
single?
into that. Let me go ahead and get to my first question.
Don't ever get it. Always.
I mean, that's not a question. You've been here before, so you already hear me speak about stuff. But first question is I got, let's start over here with you. Okay. What's one of your biggest challenges in dating today? Starting with you. Just one, like a big challenge in dating today. What would you say it is?
Good question.
Or a struggle, like one of your struggles in dating.
Challenge, struggle, same thing.
Same thing. Can put in simple terms.
I'm thinking.
Okay, want to skip? You go to Ginger?
Yeah, you can skip
Okay, let's
me
go
and
to
come
Ginger.
back,
What about
yeah.
you, Ginger?
Maturity.
Okay, explain.
Maturity, consistency. I think,
Explain maturity. Like that's guys aren't mature. In what way? What do you mean?
yeah, like motivated. They're just bums. They're just so boring. Very boring.
Okay, well, let's just do one. You said guys are bums. They're not mature.
Not even bums. That's just my slang talking. I feel like they're just like boring. They're just super boring. Like they're not funny. They bring nothing to the table. They don't have any substance.
I just need one though, because we all gonna go
which
around.
one?
So you said mature.
Okay.
So explain to me how men aren't mature. That's what I want.
I feel like when you're in a relationship or even dating or talking stage, right? The man is supposed to. They're supposed to be a man, right? They're supposed to bring things to the table. They're supposed to pick you up. You're a woman. So I feel like it's a man and then a woman, you know?
Okay.
So a man is supposed to come into your life and be like, oh, you're not doing this. You need to pick this up, pick that up, da-da-da-da.
So a man is there to give direction.
Exactly.
Got it. And you think that
a lot of men these days lack that.
Men
there's not enough
lacking masculinity.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay, makes
exactly.
sense. You got yours yet or no?
I think so.
Okay, what about you?
I think for me, for dating now, is my preference is to try to date someone to marry them. I think my end goal is marriage, and it's very hard, at least for me, to find someone that meets like my values and morals. And it's not necessarily like always the other person's fault. Sometimes it could be me or we just don't work out. But I think it's hard to meet someone and date them long term if they don't have like similar views as I do.
Got it. So you said you're dating for a purpose to marry. So you think that men currently lack dating with a purpose to marry?
No. I just think maybe I think it's difficult for me to date now. Maybe I'm not doing it the right way. Maybe I'm not looking in the right places.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really go out a lot, so it could be a reason why I don't meet
but we're trying to get down to the challenge. So the challenge is you're dating with a purpose to marry, but then my question is the challenge that men aren't dating with that same purpose?
No, they could be, but that doesn't mean what their purpose is lines with my purpose or my values.
Okay, but what if their purpose is marriage?
That doesn't mean that specific person, though, aligns with me specifically. They could
you're talking about values and stuff.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so now let's use the value word. So you're looking for someone with shared values that shares your same values, similar values. Give me one like main value that you're looking for the guy to share with you. Or what would you say is lacking from men? What value is lacking from a man?
I wouldn't necessarily say lacking, but for example, I think communication is important in a relationship. And for what I do with my job, sometimes I'm not always available on the phone 24/7.
Okay.
Can't always text a lot. So I would need someone to be able to understand that I can't always talk 24/7, can't talk every day.
So you suck in communication, not the
I think I'm good at communication. It's just with what I do, I can't have my phone on me 24/7, unfortunately.
Got it. You want to follow
And I
up?
do
Okay,
communicate that to them, though. Whenever I am talking to someone, I do say that, like, this is what I do. Like, I'm going to be away from my phone.
I
I'll
got it.
text you as
So
soon as I
one of the
can.
biggest challenges is men is communication, but it's them understanding that, you're not always there to communicate. So they can't be salty because you're unavailable because you're busy. Does that
With
make
my
sense?
job, for
With
sure,
your job. Go ahead, Issa.
So, with that being said, do you think that if a woman was able to be a stay-at-home mom, because you want kids, I would assume.
Yes.
So, do you think that being a stay-at-home mom is a privilege for women?
I think if...
That's like a question.
Like,
That's a question for the whole panel. Save that question.
okay, so then my other question is kind of it was a two-parter. So do you think women because back in the days women didn't work,
Write
like
that question down. That was a good one.
I remember it. So because back in the day women didn't work, men worked, and while the women stayed home.
Sure, yeah.
So do you think women being allowed to work is a good thing then, in your personal opinion? For relationship wise, do you think women being allowed to work is a
I
good
think
thing?
personally for me, I like it. It keeps me busy, keeps me focused, it keeps me learning things every day. So personally for me, can't speak for everyone, I think it is a good thing for me right now in the situation that I'm in.
So when you were in a relationship, right,
Mm-hmm.
do you think you working benefited your relationship or it did not?
I don't think that it harmed it at all.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
Okay. But yeah, write down that one question. That was pretty good.
No, I remember because I had it. It's a question I've been wanting to ask.
Oh, okay. Got you. Let's go with, we was here. I was going this way. Let's go with you. So what's one of the challenges that you experienced in dating today?
I think I'm going to piggyback from Ginger. I think the bar's too low. So I find myself kind of like settling. I feel like I find myself way too excited if a guy texts me after a first date, like, oh, I enjoyed the date. And I'm like, oh my God, he enjoyed the date. He texted me. Like, why am I excited? Like, that's as far as like a guy has been able to go. Cause like, I feel like now they're like expecting us to pick them up. I feel like that's like next. Or like, I don't, like, for example, like I don't mind paying the bill, like if I have to. But I feel like if I have to, like say like we're 2 years in, 3 years in, like obviously, like fine, whatever.
That's different. Yeah.
Like I like work for my money. Like I want to also be like, I believe in helping to provide whatever.
Correct.
But like, I feel like now it's like the expectation of guys doing that has like diminished.
Wow.
So
Yeah, guys, you should be paying on the first date. To be honest with you.
Not just the first date.
I mean, in general, like when you go, like my dad used to always tell me, when you go out, make sure you always have money.
Yes.
Be respectful. If you don't have money, don't go out. If you're gonna go out with a girl, always pay. So I always live by those rules. So fellas, pay for the first date and majority of dates, all dates. But like she said, if you guys been dating for years, then if her picking up the bill once in a while, it's not a bad
So
thing.
what you said was one of the challenges is that guys, you really didn't give a full challenge. Is it kind of like they lack a masculinity and not stepping up? But like, give me one specific way where they're not stepping up. Like, I know you said pay for the date, but do you really go out with guys and they don't pay for dates? You experienced that before?
it's like now like the expectation where like, oh my God, like should I offer to pay? Like I feel like that is,
Or at least pay
at
half.
least I'm picking the wrong men.
Okay,
Obviously.
well, no. Do you actually had an experience where he didn't want to pay for the date? Like, explain to me.
I feel like I've had dates where like they hesitate to the point where it's uncomfortable and I'm like, I'll take care of
Okay,
it.
I see what you're saying. So they hesitated. That makes sense now.
So it's like, what are you waiting for?
Got it. So men lack masculinity. Got it. Okay.
I'm just like,
And-
you just gotta keep sitting there, girl. Like,
But at that point, like I already like figured out it's not gonna work. So I'm like, I'll just take care of it.
no, it's not
and
gonna
then
work.
disappear.
I'm gonna sit here and you're still gonna pay the bill, and I'm still never gonna see you again.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. Okay. So we're showing hands real quick. Does all women want men to pay for the bill
I mean, once
for the date?
it's
Show hands.
I'm going to raise my
like
hand.
yes, but
Okay,
no.
we got 3. What about you?
Just say it just maybe depend on the situation and circumstances.
Pay for the date.
Okay.
So y'all two
I'm
don't
like
care.
half and half. So
you know, sometimes it makes when the man makes you feel like they want you to bring something to the table because probably they've been used so many times, so they got their own self insecurities and they bring that to the table with them when they go on first dates. And I also with me too, because I sometimes have been in situations where men have paid for me and I felt like they wanted me to sleep with them because they paid for the meal, and that's not going to happen.
Okay,
So
I
I'd
see what
rather
you're
just
saying.
pay half.
Real quick, how old are you? Yeah.
I'm 33.
Okay, you 33. All right, so three of y'all, the ladies, y'all expect men to pay for the date. So that's something traditional. I do think that men should pay for dates, all of the dates, but that's traditional value. Now, would you ladies say that y'all are traditional women? Let's go.
To a certain extent, yeah.
Certain extent.
Yeah.
Would you say you're pretty traditional? Yeah. Traditional.
Only
Yeah, I ain't
reason why
traditional.
I would like to stay traditional, but the reason why I wouldn't stay traditional is because times always change. So I feel like because I work 2 to 3 jobs, and not because he's not providing enough or anything like that. It's just you know, you supposed to be a plan B in my eyes. Something happened to my man. My mom always told me, like, when you get into a relationship, you ask yourself questions. And the main question is always why. And not even just that, like, okay, if he gets sick, would you be able to take care of that person? If anything happens to him, if he get into an accident, it's like any type of regard for, is you going to be there and thug it out? So you ask those type of specific questions.
Got you.
If like, okay, I could really see myself being with this man, or is this just a date? So I'm just having
I want to
fun.
get y'all answers too on what's the biggest challenge real quick too. But before we do, we are live on Facebook right now, but we closing down the Facebook stream. So everybody on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazi Podcast on YouTube. Come on over to YouTube right now. We are closing down the stream. Go ahead and let's get the likes up, chat. Get the likes up.
Please and thank you.
It's free.
It's free. Do it for me, please.
Okay, it don't take nothing but to do a little.
Get the likes up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the bell icon. Don't be a ninja watcher. We got a
do
lot
it
of
for
people
your
in here
boy.
right now.
Come on.
Let's get the likes up. Okay, so what's one of your biggest challenges in dating today?
I'm wanted more. People want more of my time than I can offer. I'm a single mom, and I work a career. I have a career, and I work hard to chase my dreams. So sometimes my biggest challenge has become I found really good men, but I don't have enough time really to offer what they want from me, and it causes issues because I want to offer that time. I do, and I want better things for me in that regard, but I just don't have it right now. My kids are too young. I have a lot going for me.
So your biggest challenge is what? You went on just so.
I
Yo, when
don't
girls start
have-
speaking, bro, be going in. They be,
No, I just
I was
told
like,
you.
wait, what? Yeah, all I heard was like. Did you
That's
hear
why.
anything?
See, that's why you don't.
I ain't gonna hold you. I
That's
ain't
why
hear
you don't
nothing
bag a
because it
wife
wasn't to the
or a
point.
queen.
Like it wasn't direct.
All right. My direct thing is I don't have enough time.
Okay, so you don't got time.
I said
so that's
that.
your biggest.
That was my first thing I said.
Yeah, but what I'm speaking is the biggest challenge, like from the man's end. Like, is there anything that a man is, you know, lacking or they need to do better? Like, this is your time to shine, ladies. You can speak about men. So, what's one of the biggest challenges
So
in dating?
right now, men, the man in my life, jealousy. It causes.
They talk about the dude you kicked to the curb.
Yeah,
I don't think that nigga was jealous.
all my soul, and he still is.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What I do think is this. So I'll give a little game, right? So, because you explained that situation in the beginning. So, generally speaking, women are hypergamous. Not even generally, all women are hypergamous. Hypergamy just means that you prefer to date a man above your level. You preferred that. But you would settle with a man on your level. Now, to date a man lower than you, you don't want to do that. You probably did it in the past. Maybe he charmed you up, rigged you up, and you let him hit it. But that was it. And you regretted it. Like, oh, why'd I give this broke dude?
They don't
pussy?
count.
Yeah. Like, you was probably mad. Hey, look, you even said it. They don't even count.
They
You don't
don't
even count
count.
those bodies.
Don't.
So,
And don't.
I say that to say women are hypergamous, and when a woman is in a situation and she's maybe out earning the man, or she has more status than the man, then she tends to look at that man as less because that man isn't on her level.
No,
that's not
Well,
the case.
let me
even a
finish.
little bit.
Let me finish.
say.
Let me
That's
finish my statement, ladies. Let me finish my statement because you don't know what you're talking about. So let me finish
you
it.
was just 3 all-handed by one.
Let me finish it, so then you can understand. So if you read in the book and you only read the table of context, you think you know what the conclusion is? No, you don't. So let me get to the conclusion. So as I was stating, from a biological perspective, this is a fact. You are hypergamous. You want a man that's better than you. Y'all want a man that's taller than you. Show of hands.
Yeah.
You all want a man that's stronger than you. Show of hands. You all want a man that's more competent, or at least as competent, meaning competence is the ability to complete tasks and goals. You want that. And then you would prefer a man to be more financially stable than you are. Show of hands.
Or at least on my level.
Or at least on a,
No.
or at least on a
On
level.
my level.
But would you prefer it? What would you
Not
prefer?
necessarily.
Speaking of Mike, you back.
Not
Would
necessarily.
you? No. Here's the question. Gotta be honest. Keep it
I
no
am being-
fugazi.
I'm keeping it honest. No
Guy
fugazi
A.
for me.
Listen, guy A. Everything is equal in the men. The only thing that's different is finances. Guy A makes 50,000. Guy B makes 100 million. Who are you choosing?
The one that gives me better dick.
No, everything is equal. So you just talking nonsense. Pay attention. Look, listen.
Where's the question? I gave
No,
you the
listen.
answer.
That was the
Are
wrong
they both
answer.
the same person?
Stop it. Just pay attention. Ladies, they're the same person.
Let me go
100
viral
mil,
for that
duh.
clip.
Yo, just listen real quick. Pay attention. Everything is equal. Totally equal. The only thing is different. One makes 50,000 a year.
100
The other one makes $500,000. Which guy you choosing?
The $500,000, obviously.
Let her
But-
answer real quick.
okay.
No, but just which one you choosing?
No, but just which one?
Okay.
No,
I
which
would
one?
rather
Just
the one
which
with the
one?
millions.
Okay, so
Okay.
stop it. Stop it.
But
Now
can I also say
don't
this?
speak.
The
Don't
one with
speak.
the
Let me
millions
finish
might
my
not break
point.
bread with me.
No, let's stop it. Everything is equal.
He
Shush.
said that they're the same person.
Yeah, you just
they're the
keep
same, They're
talking.
breaking bread. They're the same everything.
Yeah, just stop.
like
Stop.
imagine, it's the
Ladies,
same
let me
person.
just finish my statement to get to the point, right? The point that I'm making, every woman would choose the guy that makes more. You're just going to choose that. So guess what? You want a man that's taller, stronger, more competent, and makes more money. This is essentially your superior. You want a man, you're hypergamous. You want a man that's doing better than you. You want quality, not quantity. You want a quality man. So in your situation, right? In most situations, I would say when females are in your situation, if you have more status than the guy, if you're making more money than your guy, subconsciously, you tend to view him as less. But what you do is you project and you think, since you view him as less, you think that the man views himself as less too. That is incorrect. I can tell you, we was all broke before. With chicks that had bread, we never was insecure like, oh my gosh, she's making so much money, I'm a bum. No, we was like, yeah, chick, buy me some McDonald's.
Yup.
No.
That's how we were. That's how it is. So no man, listen, let me tell you, insecurity means lacking of confidence. No man is going to feel insecure from a woman. You're the weaker gender. It's just not in our nature
at
to
all.
feel insecure from
That's
a
not
woman.
true at all.
It is true. Are you a
And-
man?
I'm not a man, but I can tell you this. I've been in many positions because I've through my life, and I was thrown out in these streets at 14, so I had to find my own way.
Okay, are you a man?
I'm not a man, but I was raised by my cousins.
Okay,
women, and I
but
have
stop it there. Stop
masculinity.
it. No.
No, but you're not a man.
You
though.
are not a
You
man.
you still have feminine energy.
I do
You're
still
still a
have feminine-
woman. You still have soft nature in you. So when the right man comes near you, he's automatically going to put you in your soft era. He's automatically going to be the man that you need in your life, the masculine energy.
Yeah, and the point that you're missing is when I say that you're not a man, from a biological standpoint, attraction is not symmetrical. It's asymmetrical. So you want a man that's better than you. You want a quality man. Guess what? We'll accept you and love you even if you worked at Chick-fil-A. We wouldn't care. We would still love you. Even if you got all of this status and we didn't get any status, we would still love you. So we're not hypergamous. We're not looking for you to be like, we're not going to view you as less or if we're making a whole lot of money. Think about this. Y'all make a whole lot of bread. Y'all get status. You move on to another man. We make a whole lot of bread. We get status. We settle down and we want to build a family. So when you get status and money, you look for independence, to be independent of a man. When we get status and money, we look for a chick that wants to depend on us. That's how it goes.
So big.